Come on in, everybody. My live has been acting up, so we're just gonna go ahead and start this over. Hello, hola, konnichiwa, ni hao, salam alaikum, and best of all, say welcome back to my super short show. This is Nameless Fame, and I'm your host, Azika Yala. So, what is the message for you all today? It's not a message, it's just a story time, and I guess I do have a message. It's called, I'm just realizing that I may die alone, everybody. Yeah. And it's not a sad story, it's more like a realization, and it's a good reflection to have, because once you start learning your worth, you've become priceless. And people can't just come to you and just, attach themselves to your life and don't think they have to put in work. You understand what I'm saying? So I have a story to tell. When I was like maybe 22, 23, in my prime, I was set up for a blind date, right? I was set up to go on a blind date with someone who has been observing me and watching me and studying my every move, okay? Basically a stalker, yeah, you could say that. So this man did not have my number. He did not have anything of mine. He didn't know where I lived or anything. So I went to a friend's house, and he was like, okay, this guy want to meet you, so get dressed at this time and look your best. This guy is really, really interested in you. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? So So this guy came to pick me up, and he was on the phone with someone at the time, and I'm taking notes, okay? He didn't open my door. He opened the door from the inside of the car. He didn't get out. He didn't greet me, but he was on the phone. He was taking care of some very important thing, at the time. So I'm taking notes, and I'm like, oh no, he failed. He is failing really badly, right? So anyway, so we're going on a date, and he basically just sat me down when we got to the restaurant. He apologized. It's like, okay, I apologize for not opening the door for you. I was in a, very important call for, he was a manager. So he was like, oh, I was on the call with my regional manager. So it was very important. I apologize for that. I'm like, okay, no problem. So we're talking, and he flat out said to me, I want you to be my trophy wife. I know you don't know me or whatever, but I want you to be my trophy wife. And that basically means you don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. You just be you. And if you get mad at me, I'll just give you my card. You go shopping, and, we'll go about our business. Go about our lives. And I was just like, what the hell? First of all, I've never met you in my life. I don't know who you are. I don't know anything about you. And you're just going to throw money at me if I get upset at you? So I didn't respond in that matter. I didn't respond. I just took what he said, and I basically said, okay, I'll just think about it, right? So he dropped me off, and then I went to my friend's house. It was a bunch of girls, and I was just like, what the hell? What kind of blind date was that? It was the worst date of my life. And the girls were like, what did he say? And he was just like, he wanted me to be his trophy wife. How dare he insult me? How dare he tell me this? How dare he What's the point of me, getting my master's degree? What's the point of my parents sending me to school? What was the point? It didn't make sense. So at the time, I didn't understand how men worked. I didn't understand the concept of a man's brain. And I didn't understand a woman's brain either. I didn't understand how envious, how hateful, how jealous women can be. So I'm telling everything about what happened and how it went down. And now, as a 30-year-old, I'm over here like reflecting on that particular night. This man did not know me. He never spoken to me. He never smelled me. He never seen me naked. He doesn't know me from Jump Street, okay? He doesn't know my flaw. This man was just observing me, and he was just like, I want you to be my trophy wife. And I'm like, I've never met you in my life. How can this be, right? So this message to you all is, now that I see what he sees, now that I know my worth, now that I can see my own reflection, I see why he was willing to risk it all and just and buy me off rip, right? So with his outside looking in, doing his research and observing who I was and the amount of power that I possessed and the amount of peace that I possessed, he was willing to just risk it all and just take it, right? So now that I see that, I'm trying to figure out how the hell am I how do I surrender? How do I submit once I have found myself to someone else? This is why I'm saying, I may die alone. I may end up dying alone. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Me sharing that, me being okay with that, actually increases my market value, because a lot of men admire women who are no longer delusional or in this in this delusion and not knowing their worth. Now, me knowing my worth, I'm like, okay, it's just impossible for a man to be like, okay, I want you to be my trophy wife, and if you get upset at me, I'll just put money on your head, or give you money or spread money on you and you'll be happy. No, it's gonna take more than that. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I'm saying, oh shit, I might just die alone, because of that case alone, okay? Because I see my worth. You understand what I'm saying? So men do want the easy route. They want, they don't want to work too hard. They be like, okay, what's the easiest way to make her happy? Okay, throwing money at her. Okay, I can do that. But now that I know my worth, now that they know I know my worth, they're like, okay, I may need to do more than just throw money. I may need to do more than just buy her a nice house and a nice car. Now I need to probably go to therapy and work in myself and learn how to communicate and blah, blah, blah. And men are probably like, shit, that's too much work, okay? And that's why I was just like, okay, I may die alone because of that. So yeah, it's like I've never cooked for this man. I've never seen this man. This man never smelled me. This man never, had any sexual encounters with me, but he was willing to take the risk on me just off of his research and his observation. So ladies, makeup, hair, none of that stuff matters, okay? None of that stuff matters. They don't care about that stuff. When a man say, okay, he wants you, then he will mold you to what he considers as external beauty. Men are willing to take you as you are once they see what you possess inside within you. You possess character, you possess integrity, you possess honesty, you possess transparency, you possess peace, you possess love, unconditional love. All of that is what they seek. All of that is what they want. So it's like when they see that you have that, they want to, possess it. They want to have you. So he saw that. I didn't see that in me, but I carried it. You understand what I'm saying? Like people, you know how they see, people can see your worth. You just don't know your worth. Or they see you, but you don't see yourself. You don't know your worth, basically. So that's where I was then. And now that I see what they see, I see my reflection. It's like, okay, what is it you have besides money? Okay, money is cool, but what else you got to offer? So now that I can see through people, now that I can see through the bullshit, now that I want more than just money, it's like I'm looking for that rare person. I'm looking for my reflection now. I'm looking for my twin flame, my soulmate. I'm not looking, I'm just basically saying like, okay, if you're going to come at me, if you're going to approach me, come correct. I know what value looks like now. Value is not just money anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all that I had to say. So ladies, know your worth. Take the time out and value yourself, worship yourself, love yourself. And till next time. All right, I gotta go. Bye.